and gentlemen, welcome to Kingdom of Kodiak. I'm Kodiak. This is episode 53, and with me today is Paige Wisp. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. Just trying to do my best in quarantine.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, Wisp. Well, without any hesitation, let's get into the bare necessities. Sorry.
Okay.
Still, I would like to know how long you've been playing Amtgard.
I believe I've been playing for about 3 years now, maybe 4. Yeah, 4.
I just
it's
I just had my 3 year, so I know that you guys were playing longer than me. So maybe three
yeah.
and a half. But
Yeah. No. 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 Never mind. Yeah, 3.5. You're right.
how long were you aware of Amtgard before you started playing?
I was only aware of it for maybe like a month, and that was about it. And then as soon as I saw it, I was like, I have to get into that.
Cool, fantastic. All right. Uh, Can you tell us a little bit about your persona? Your squire, Devrick Stormcrest, would like to know about your backstory.
Okay, so the whole backstory about Wisp is that he's just this thing that's created from like just fire and darkness. That's about it. Very edgy backstory, but I don't care. And he was created to just mainly be a warrior, or just kind of a tool, or like a soldier, a basic soldier to be made, and just go out and fight for whoever's asking him to fight. And so he knows almost almost any type of way of how to fight, be it through magic, normal hand-to-hand combat, or even just sword fighting.
Mhm.
He,
So
yeah, he's not that bad.
I remember when we first met and we first started talking, and people start pairing these two images together. But um, your father, who also plays Anari,
Mhm.
was telling me that Wisp was a floating, flaming skull.
That was the original idea of him. That was, but as I got older, I was like that. I had to change that, so I just changed it entirely and still kept the idea of just a flaming ball.
It still works. It's fantastic. And one of the things that we've been doing a lot, in at least in Dragonspine during the quarantine, is a lot of stuff on persona building. And now
Mhm.
that you have the Discord channel, because I just gave it to you,
Yeah.
you'll be able to enjoy some of those awesome interactions. But not to get too sideways out of the conversation, what award or achievement would you say you're most proud of receiving in Amtgard?
I would have to say it was the point where I became a page.
Oh,
That
okay.
was my most accomplished point, because throughout the entire time I was just like, I could not do anything. I could not stand up to these people. I couldn't hold my own ground. And then as soon as Nick came up to me, asked me to be a page for, uh, oh gosh, I'm losing names right now.
So when Devrick came up to
Yeah,
you and
Dever
asked you,
came up to me, asked me to become a page. I felt like I had actually done something right for once,
oh,
and I, I know I sound a little bit cheesy right now, but honestly, it did really make me happy, and that's whenever I started to just really go deep into everything and just started to build up on myself more, because
absolutely.
yeah.
You could, as an outside observer, seeing you at the park every week, you could definitely see a mentality shift, and you could also like Devrick is one of the kind of people as a leader that would be like, all right, if we're gonna fail together. All right, let's both do push-ups for not understanding what we're doing. Let's
Yeah,
do that, you know? So that's cool.
yeah,
And obviously, I fully support Devrick as he is my best friend. So, all
yeah.
right,
Yeah.
Wisp, what would you say is your favorite battle game?
My favorite battle game, mainly the ones that where you have to. There's two separate teams, or okay, capture the flag. That's kind of my main thing.
There you go.
Just go get something, bring it back to your base, and then it goes right back, and then you just do it all over again.
Okay. Now, when you're playing Capture the Flag, your favorite way, is it class-based or are you just doing militia style?
I mainly do it class based.
Okay.
I like it that way because you get to know what everybody else is doing. You get to kind of get a plan inside your head. Whereas militia, you just it's just go crazy.
Okay. And when you're playing your favorite battle games or any battle game, what's your go-to class?
go-to class. It switches every now and then, but mainly you'll see me playing as a wizard.
It's
Just
true.
just always gonna go wizard. If I start getting a little bit aggressive and I'm like getting really into it, then I'll switch over to warrior, and I'll just pick up like a shield or a greatsword, and I'll just go in there.
Cool. And Deverick, again, you might know Deverick. He would like to know what's your favorite weapon combo?
My favorite weapon combo: flat blade, longsword. Just either that by itself, or with a spell ball in my hand if I'm playing wizard. That's about it.
All right, fantastic. Well, those are the bare necessities. Sorry, Sin. Let's ask you the three questions we've been asking since week one of KOK. These are the viewer questions, general purpose questions.
Mm-hmm.
Sir Glenolf was promised a toaster and or soda maker. Now, spoilers, Calthrax bought a toaster. It's at my house. So, Sir Glenolf, you have a toaster. Um, but what do you think about him receiving a toaster and a soda maker?
I don't know what to think about that. That's a very odd situation, and you know what? That's your own business, and I'm not going to get into that.
Okay, Sir Glenolf, it's your own business. He's not going to get into it. Fine. Stillhead would like to know, what's your thoughts on bears?
I like bears. I'm a big fan of them. Uh, I don't like them whenever they're trying to kill me. Kodiak.
Mm, well, I mean, it's, get good, but additionally, so who would you say is your favorite bear?
My favorite bear. I can't really choose a pick. I can't really pick one, so I would have to say. No, I'm just gonna pick a racer bear. Big black bears are my favorite.
Black bears. Okay. All
Black
right.
bears are my favorite. Brown bears are nice. They're second.
Oh, brown bears are second. Okay. Well, Kodiak is technically a brown bear, so I'm going to go ahead and take a half point there. Still, you lose half a point because he did not say moon bear. Moving
I
on.
I don't know what a moon bear is. Sadly.
Are there bears on the moon? Speaking of moon bears, of course.
I would believe there would be be bears on the moon.
Okay. All right. All right. Still, there's probably bears on the moon. Maybe you'll be popular with them. Uh, Wisp, what would you say is your thoughts on Dragonspine getting a mobile pool and or jacuzzi?
That would definitely make things very interesting, but it depends what we're using them for.
Okay. Well, I mean, to swim in, I think would be
Okay.
the primary action.
Yeah, that'd be a
But
primary action.
okay. Would you let bears in the pool or
Yeah,
and or jacuzzi? Okay. All
yeah.
right.
I would let them in there. If
Okay.
they want to swim, let them swim.
And the tough question, of course, here, Wisp, is how do we fund a mobile pool and or jacuzzi?
Start selling swords. Start selling garb. Start selling anything that is dragon spine related, or just do that, and there you go. You got a mobile pool and or jacuzzi. Just maybe even both, right there.
Okay, fantastic. All right, so those are the general questions. Now we're going to get into your conversation in a little bit. Now, Wisp, you're relatively new to the game. You're just a little bit more time in the game than me, but you've also taken a hiatus during the quarantine. So there's a lot of ground here to make up.
Hmm.
We need to get to know you a little bit farther, a little bit from the further back than we typically would other Amcarders.
Yeah,
But we'll start off with some softball questions here. Deverick would like to know. You know Deverick.
yeah.
Um. Oh. Uh. Will you be coming back to Park when it reopens? And Damon, I believe would like to know: are you excited about the park reopening?
I am excited about the park reopening. I've been dying to get back out onto the field and just wanting to meet everybody again and just see all the old faces that I miss seeing.
Like,
And but the whole thing is of me going back that I do not know just yet with the whole situation of family and everything else like that. As outside of Amgard, it's a tough situation right then and there.
okay.
So
All right. Uh. In your short time in Amcard, what would you say is your favorite Amcard memory?
my favorite Amgard memory was seeing you get kinged first.
Hey.
That was a big accomplishment because I was like, he's a part of the Order of Ash. That's one of my good friends. That's very nice, and I'm glad that I could be a part of it, and that I was there to see that happen.
Oh, that's fantastic. You know what? 5 points to Kodiak for becoming monarch. Yeah, I'll accept those points on behalf of Kodiak. Devrick again, and we would like to know, we would like to point out that you're an artist. You do
Mhm.
Twitch, streaming. Devrick and I have sat and watched and listened and participated in on a Twitch. We got to while you're doing some artwork. But
Yeah.
what is your favorite drawing that you have done?
Oh, that's a hard one. Okay. Um, I would have to say it's my recent pixel art that I've been doing lately.
Mhm.
It's nothing too big, but it's just using a template of draw yourself here, and I put in one of my other characters that it goes alongside with Wisp's story, and then alongside with, and then it's just a pixel art of me. That's my personal favorite.
Okay,
Eventually, eventually I will make one of Wisp where he is in his full garb and everything.
cool. That's awesome. Is there any other arts and sciences inside of Amtgard that you were starting on, or maybe that you're doing now to keep yourself honed when we come back to play? Or are you doing any artistic anythings? I guess is a good question.
As of lately, for Amcard, no, I have not. But I have been coming up with ideas and sketches of just what I want to do for my garb, so I can get back in there with looking nice and everything else like that instead of coming up with a quick little thing.
Yeah, we were actually talking about this off air. You're looking at a like Mage Guild Skyrim kind of tunic,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, that type of style. Different colors, of course. Probably gonna be maybe like a mixture of like black, purple, and maybe a bit of red in there.
Weird that it would be black and purple. That's not like your colors or anything like that.
Yeah, totally not.
Okay. Devrick again would like to know, what are your goals in the Amtgard?
Just try to learn as much as I can on the battlefield, and then also learning more about the community, helping out the community, and just being there because this is something that I really do enjoy and I want to see it grow more. And I want to bring in new people to it so they can enjoy themselves and learn about something new that isn't just normal life.
Yeah, right. And actually, when we started the order, when the order of the Ash came to be, you had introduced your cousin
Yeah,
very early on, and it's actually one of the founding members of the Order of the Ash
yeah,
in Zero. So shout out to Zero. Probably not seeing this, but Zero, there you go,
probably
bud.
not.
um, Wisp, is there anything that you wish you would have done differently in your time so far in Amtgard?
I just wish I kind of kept a level head some of the times because I knew sometimes I got a little bit too emotional and I just kind of threw more emotion into it than I did actual mentality of being okay. This is serious. I need to hold myself together here instead of just falling apart. But it was more so something on myself than it was on the whole game and everything.
Sure, absolutely. I mean, it's a growing experience, and you're still
Hmm.
really young. As we're talking right now, you're still technically 15, or are you
Yes, I'm 15.
15-year-old? But you got a 16 coming up here shortly. So,
Yep.
yeah, fantastic. Uh, so you're relatively new,
Hmm.
not super new, and I've been asking this question almost every week now about what advice you would give to a new player. Now, as a new player, what advice would you give to someone day one coming on the field?
Don't get overconfident.
Fair.
That is the biggest thing. But it is also good to be overconfident. Just kind of learn a balance of what you can do and what you can't do, and whatever you can do, hone that to the best as you can. If you're really good at one thing, try to do it as best as you can, but don't be afraid to do other things. I went stuck in with Warrior all the time. I was like, I'm gonna do this until I'm done. I'm the best at it in
Hmm.
at my own level, of course, but just but then I was introduced to Wizard by Puggy,
Hmm.
him, and I would always ask him like, hey, do you have any tips about Wizard? And he's like, yeah, just do this, this, and this, and you'll get the hang of it really quickly. And now I'm playing Wizard more often while also keeping intact of the mind of playing warrior. It just more so, yeah. Try new things and also stick to what you're good at, and make sure that just kind of hone your skills really.
That's good advice. I think there's a really good balance you have to find there too, because you're talking about stick to what you're good at, but put some variety in there. And then the caveat is you have to know how to balance both of those.
Mm-hmm.
Like Wisp being the warrior wizard combination. Your father is a barbarian healer
Healer.
combination. Yeah, so like it seems like it's a family thing at this point where you just the balance of trying to figure your character out is super good, and it's always been good. All right.
Yeah.
A question that Sir Smiley posted a couple weeks ago, and I love it, so I'm keeping it.
Okay.
You can only choose 3 Amp Garters to take to a desert island to start a new Amp-Guardia. Who are you taking with you?
Hmm. Sir Deverick, Nick, you yourself, Kodiak, and
Hey.
Lock with us.
Oh, you're taking the boys. All right. Well, still had I hate to inform you, but that means that there's another point for Kodiak. I've also been invited to a desert island on top of being the second best favorite bear and also the host of the show.
I
Welcome to
mean,
King of Kodiak, where the points don't matter, right? But
yeah.
that's cool. What do you think that each one of us, the 4 of us, would be able to bring to an Amp world that would make it, if not better, at least stay entertaining?
Okay, Locke is sort of the comedic relief while also staying serious and having these great ideas. Nick is the leader wanting to push everybody to their very limits while also making sure that they're all right, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And you're just the jack of all trades.
Hey,
You kind of just bring everything to the table. Of course, you still lack in some areas.
I do. Well,
Yeah.
that's weird. I wouldn't have known that. Some would some would say I don't lack in any areas because I'm not proficient in any. So, haha, take that. Well, fantastic. That's awesome. Dame Annabelle, your knight would like to know.
Hmm.
What companies and households are you a part of?
I am, of course, a part of the House of the Ash, and that is the only one I'm a part of. I'm kind of not a part of anything else aside from Annabelle's Beltline. But
Well, I mean, don't rule out the Order of the Ash being a big deal here. See,
I'm,
for anyone that's paying attention, any one of these yellow stars, Wisp is one of those. Wisp is a founding member of the Order of the Ash.
I mean, okay, yeah. I guess I don't give myself as much credit as I do.
Yeah, come on, man. I mean, since you've joined, we've added 8 people.
Yeah,
So, like, and these are brothers and sisters you haven't got to hang out with yet. Your knight happens to be a member of the Order of the Ash as well.
I did not know that.
Yeah, so when you get back into the game, maybe we'll have to do a little picnic or something,
Or the Ash only. Everybody else get out.
right? Stillhat would like to know, uh, how would you advise someone who's looking for a belt family?
I okay. Best advice I would have to say is just probably probably try to just show off what you can do the most, and maybe somebody will be like, "Hey, you're good enough," but also be involved with the community. So they're like, "Hey, you're good enough. You can do this. You're a part of the community," and then you just get added to a belt line by random because that's what happened to me.
By,
That's
by random.
I had no idea that anybody was scouting me out to become a page at all.
No, how did? Let's talk about that conversation. Well, actually, let me ask the next question, and then we'll talk about how that actual instance came about. Because Deverick would like to know, can you name all of the members of your belt line? Ooh. Ooh.
Uh, I only know Devrick and Annabelle Lee. I do not know anybody. Oh no, Iris, I believe. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
So yeah, so Deverick has you and Iris, and Devrick has a. I don't know all of it, but I think Devrick has two Squire sisters in Stillhet and Miranda, and then obviously Damon, I believe, is their knight, and obviously there's knights above her, but
Oh yeah, okay. Now I'm looking at Annabelle Lee's Beltline page right now. Yeah, this is kind of cheating, but I don't know these people personally. There's myself. There's Philip Lane, Stephanie, Miranda, Adam,
oh yeah,
Lou Deverick,
yeah.
Elizabeth, and Ruth, of course, and then Iris. And,
Yeah. Oh, I forgot Stillhet's belts too, because Stillhet has two underlings under her as well in Spooky Stormcaller and Yang the Merciful. So
oh
you've got
wow,
there's a whole tree now, man. You've missed a whole bunch. You missed.
I have I
Yeah.
really need to just talk to everybody again.
So also do that, yes. But let's talk about you getting your page belt. You said it came out of nowhere. Do you remember what that day looked like?
I think that was one of the days whenever we had a big battle game, and I think my dad just came up to me at one like after the battle game, getting ready for the next round, and he said that, hey, Nick wants to talk to you. And I was like, okay, what did I do? What happened? Did I mess up? Did I hit somebody wrong? Did I hit somebody a little bit too hard? Did I do something? I was just freaking out that day.
Right.
And then Nick comes up to me and asks me, hey, do you want to be a page? I'm like, what's that? And they said, you're a part. That means you're a part of a belt line, and you'll be under me in Annabelle's belt line. And I said yes because I was like, this is a new opportunity. This is something I could do,
Yeah. Uh,
and
and
we just did it.
so you and Nick, or you and Deverick, had already forged a relationship because again, you're both in the household of the Order of the Ash, and now you're paged to him. Is there any conflict in like the household standing or the Beltline standing, or do you not care? Or
There's not really too much conflict at all, almost and none at all. We're both very supportive of each other and what we want to do, and also of ideas and anything. Because I'll tell him ideas that I have, and then he'll tell me ideas that he has, and we're just like, it sounds very cool. We should do it. We should try doing this, be it or the Ash or for the Beltline either.
cool. Now, Damon Abali would like to know who's your favorite person in Amtgard and why is it not Devrick?
Okay, well here's the thing. It is Deverick.
Okay. I mean, it's a solid choice.
It's a solid given. I mean, the whole reason why is because he's been very supportive of me, even whenever we didn't know each other. He was like, "Hey, get back in there. You can do it."
Mhm.
And it was just because of those small little things, and then also getting to know him a little bit more. He was very much a leader and almost like I would have to say almost like a sage type of person, be like giving wisdom off to another person and just helping them out as best as they can.
Yeah.
Because honestly, I feel very thankful for being his page, and also every single time I go out on the field, you're gonna see me holding a flat blade sword that he gave to me,
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
if that thing ever breaks, I'm going to repair it as best as I can because that sword, I'm gonna keep that I'm until I die.
Well,
I'll be
good.
buried with that thing. I'm very thankful for that.
Well, that's good. Good. That doesn't I hope that doesn't come anytime soon, but
No,
uh
no, no. Hopefully not. Oh gosh.
so Stillhat wanted to try to get in here because Deverick's Squire sister is Stillhat, and
Hmm.
she wants to know why she might be your favorite person.
I
Mm,
mm,
mm.
I don't. Okay, I'm just. Can I dodge that question? I don't want to start anything.
Absolutely. Why not? We can move on.
Yeah.
Um, so Deverick again would like to know if you could pick any one of the four night belts right now and say either that's the one you want or that's the one you're pursuing. Which one would it be and why?
Ooh. Okay. This is a question that I've asked myself as well, and I I'm trying to remember which night belt I did choose because I did choose one at one point, and I have to look it up what it was again.
Okay, well,
Uh,
you've got Flame for service, you've got Sword for combat, Serpent for arts and science, or Crown for leadership in office.
oh, that's right. Okay, I went for. I think I wanted to try out for Flame.
Okay, so service, okay. That's never a bad option. Uh, good.
I mean that's one of the ones I did want to go for, and
Okay.
then the one for combat I did also want to go for that one.
All right, and
Uh,
why? Why service and sword?
Service and sword was because I just wanted to help out the community, and I wanted to be almost a good fighter and also be a and just kind of just those two kind of go hand in hand for me. Being a good fighter, also being very sportsful, and just trying to be as open and I guess very I I don't know, chivalrous. I guess something.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, we got Griffins for being chivalrous in combat, and then we have flame, the service awards that can be given for giving to the game and the community as a whole, and then
Yeah.
obviously combat. That's great. It's interesting that we have, um, a s- we have a situation where there's two of them that you didn't mention at all. Uh, the crown and the serpent, but we're gonna get you on that serpent belt track. Don't worry about it. A little bit of arts and science here. Um, so in the chat, actually, Cato has a couple questions for you. To flurb or to not to flurb?
First of all, what does that mean?
Flurb. Well, so flurb is more of the RP based into your persona Amp style versus just being there to fight in tournaments or fight in just combat based stuff. There's no RP. Would you rather there be a lot of role play with a lot of character building stuff, or would you prefer there was just a lot of combat?
Okay, so if you asked me this when I was younger, I would have said nothing at all. I'd just be there to fight, active in tournaments, all this stuff. But now I'm like, why don't we get to know these personas a little bit more? Get to know everything behind it.
So, do you think that Amp from what you remember, should be more flirby?
It should
Less?
be.
It should be.
It
Yeah, it is.
should be.
So, Cato, because he answered that question for you, I'll go ahead and ask the second one, even though we know the answer. It's been how many episodes now where we've had this discussion? Wisp, what's your thoughts on back shields? They come in a Ninja Turtle and Amp How do you feel about it?
No.
No, exactly. That
No.
there's nothing more to discuss there. It's a no.
It's a
It's a no.
no unless
Oh, oh,
unless
uh-huh.
you base a character around a turtle style. Unless
So,
you do that, then I will allow it.
all right. So if you play a turtle or a tortoise, Wisp is in for it, but
There you go.
only
That is the only way I will allow it. There are specific situations that can do that, but everybody else would have to have a way to counter it.
uh all right. Okay.
That's how you keep it balanced.
All right. Well, speaking of these crazy rules and rule changes, if you could change one rule in Amp right now, what rule would you change and why?
I wouldn't change any of them. I wouldn't change any. I wouldn't change any of them.
Okay. That seems fair. I mean, you came in during V8, right?
Yeah.
You've never played V7. We haven't got to V9 yet.
No.
So you're comfortable with where the game is as far as V8 goes, that you wouldn't want to
Yeah.
change anything. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, so one of the one of the things that we've taken on in Dragon Spine is we had an amendment made where we brought non-men and women tournaments to Dragon Spine. And the question I've tried to get this asked a lot because I want to see multiple different opinions on this. But what do you think about that idea as far as improving the growth of knights and combat in Amtgard?
Sorry, I live with my family, and
Not a problem. I
yeah,
hope you do. You're
that's.
not even 16.
I know. I know. I I don't know how I feel about that one, but I mean, it's not like a bad feeling. It's not a bad feeling. Honestly, anything that is deemed good, I would see as good, and just trying to get more people active and everything else like that. That
Okay.
it seems fair.
All right. Big question before we get to the serious questions, the
Okay.
funny questions. Stillhat would like to know, and Deverick also wanted to know, but different kinds of questions. Stillhat's looking for how would you rate Kodiak's leadership, and Deverick is looking for how do you feel as Kodiak as a monarch?
Feeling you as a monarch, there's no change between the relationship me and you,
Okay.
aside the fact that I have to respect you a little bit more. That's about it. Uh,
Oh, don't do
as far
that.
as far as your leadership, I'd say you're doing a good job.
Thank you. Okay. Well, Sir Francis had a question very early on that'll start off the funny questions. Do bears eat berries?
Yes.
Yes. Simple yes answer, Sir Francis. Of course they do. How are
Why
we still
wouldn't they?
talking about this? Yeah. What else would we be talking about right now? Of course they
Mhm.
do. Uh, Wisp, we're Amcard's making a live action movie of itself.
Are
Who's
you serious?
playing you in? No, I'm not. Who's playing you in that movie?
Gosh, it better be myself, or because
Uh,
or else it
okay.
because I
Well,
do not trust anybody else playing me.
you don't.
I don't.
Okay. All right. All right. I think a younger Daniel Radcliffe would have been perfect. A clean shaven Daniel Radcliffe, sorry. Uh, like maybe a year after the second or third Harry Potter movie.
Okay, now that you bring him up, okay, yeah, I could see it.
Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
I could see it. The whole face and everything else like that. Yeah.
There you go. All right. Now,
Okay.
this question has been sticking around the funny section since Ragnarok came on, but I feel like it's really important for us to get Amcar's opinions on this. What is the exact function of a rubber duck?
I have no idea, to be honest. I'm still questioning myself that to this day.
It means nothing.
It means nothing. I'm gonna have to go over to my to my little hole and see what that's all about. Have to do some extra research.
Okay. If you could be any plant, what would you be?
Venus flytrap.
A Venus flytrap. That seems to be a very popular answer. Why do you pick the Venus flytrap?
Because it can finally bite people back without getting arrested.
Oh, okay. All right. So you would get arrested if you bit people now. That's fair.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Wisp, what would you say is the weirdest food combination that you enjoy?
Oh. Okay. I'm just gonna go with the basic one. Okay, yeah, people are gonna hate me for this one, but I actually do enjoy pineapple on pizza.
Oh, okay. All right.
Pineapple, ham, and on pizza.
Okay.
But it has to be with green chili. But I will eat it
Well,
normally. Okay,
not
hey,
everything needs green chili.
everything needs green chili.
Not. Oh my goodness. This child over here. Okay. Well, we're gonna work through that, man.
No, we're not.
Yeah. The Order of the Ash is gonna start having cookouts together, and the
I'll,
rule is
I'll
gonna be
I'm gonna
no
bring my own
green
green chili.
chili.
I'm gonna
No.
bring my own green chili. It's gonna be in like a little thing and everything. You're not gonna even notice it. Phase gate right there.
Fair enough. So you haven't met Tajima. As a preface, Tajima is Stillhat's husband. Does Tajima deserve ice cream?
Depends how much.
How much ice cream?
How
I don't think
much?
this would be the first time that that's been asked on a KOK
Really?
episode. Stillhat, how much ice cream are we talking about here? If this is a one scoop cone, he probably deserves it. But this boy ain't getting a gallon. We
No,
can't do that.
no, we don't have that in the budget.
It's not in the budget. KOK has no budget for that. Please.
We're gonna
Well,
have to set something up for that.
okay. Well, then I guess the second question is: does Kodiak deserve Santa Fe Grill?
I mean, it's good, so yeah.
Yeah, I mean, of course I do.
I mean, it's good.
No potatoes in the burritos. Don't worry about that. But
Wait, what?
You don't have potatoes in burritos. That's
That's
not
what makes potatoes and burritos is good. It is good. Get a bacon, egg, potato, and cheese. Perfect. Put a little
Dever-
salsa in there. Good.
Deverick. You need to get a hold of your boy here and get him taught and learned up and whatnot. Uh, Red chili pork with a little bit of cheese, and that's what we taught. That's it. That's the end of the conversation.
Oh, that's it for you. Okay.
We
Well,
don't
okay.
no potatoes.
Okay. For me, my go-to is always bacon, egg, cheese, and green chili. That's it. Green chili. It's always the green chili. It
God,
has to.
chili. All right. So, so I'm gonna give you a little history lesson in here uh, about Dragonspine Knights because I know you've been away from the game. Sometimes you don't pay attention to what I say, anyways. But so in Dragonspine, there's a tradition of paladins receiving kale and salt water when they get knighted, and anti-paladins getting ice cream. Right? I am suggesting that there's a third wave, a Grey Knight, who doesn't receive either, and we steal the burrito idea that Devrick wants to claim, and the Grey Knights get burritos, and then everyone becomes a Grey Knight because no one wants kale and salt water, and ice cream is good, but
I mean, what would I rather have? Santa Fe Grill or Baskin Robbins?
oh, tell me, what would you rather have?
Oh, okay. Now you're gonna put that question on me. Okay. Depends on
If
the mood. You know, I think I might just become both.
Okay, well there you go. The next time we have Santa Fe Grill together, I'm gonna get Baskin Robbins. I'm gonna throw it on your burrito, and you'll be like, all
I'll
right,
eat it. I'll
here's
eat
your
it.
weird food combination. All right, all right.
Hey, better be a waffle cone bits inside that burrito too.
Okay,
Better
all
make
right.
that weird. You better make that weird.
You better make it weird. Fine. Wish Sir Smiley would like to know: is a hot dog a sandwich or a taco?
Oh, that just disturbs me.
Is it a hot dog? Of course, it's a hot dog, but it's
I mean,
just
it's is it a
it's,
stand? Ah, that depends on how you bread it. That depends on how you bread it.
okay.
There's always a variable right in there. So if you're just doing like the normal like sliced bread, then it's a sandwich.
hmm
But if you're doing like the normal hot dog buns, then I guess at that point it would be sort of bit of a taco.
Okay, so here's what I ask every time we talk about this, right? You put a hot dog in the bun, and that little strip of connective bread
Hmm.
breaks. So now did it go from a taco to a sandwich?
It could convert. It
It
could
could.
convert. It could convert. I mean, it also depends because if people put relish in there, that's kind of like lettuce, and put ketchup in there, that's tomato, and then
Yeah.
some people they're weird they put cheese in there.
Oh, well, don't knock cheese on a hot dog.
Oh, okay. I
Don't
won't
do
knock it. I won't knock
don't
it.
don't you do that.
I'm
Um,
not, no, I'm not knocking. I'm saying it for the weird part of the relish and the ketchup. If it's
okay,
all three of those, then it's a little bit weird. Other than that, it's fine.
okay. We agree there, but hot dogs are convertibles, y'all. It depends on how the bread is there. It's not the same every time. We could talk about this at the time. It seems like it's gonna be a KOK conversation every single week. Morgan would like to know: is a calzone a hot pocket?
Yes, calzones are hot pockets. They are made the same way because they are just pizza folded on itself. Have you ever tried folding one of those flat, the deep dish pizzas? There
hmm
you go. That's a hot pocket. Almost at the same point.
All right, all right. So, if I was to blow your mind here for a second and say, "Well, wait a minute, hold on. Clearly, calzones were around before hot pockets. Why is a calzone classified as a hot pocket instead of a hot pocket being classified as a calzone?"
It's just easier that way.
Oh, it's just easier. Okay.
It's just
Uh,
easier to say that.
Wisp, how do you prefer your buffalo wings? Bone in or bone out?
I mean, it's buffalo wings. I like them either way.
But sure, but are we taking them off the bone? Are you
I'd
hoping to?
rather keep them on the bone.
There you go. All right. Okay. Um, this was a question that was asked for Calthrax last week, but since he didn't answer it until after the show went off air and he had to answer it in the comments because he got called out for it. I feel like we got to ask someone else and see if we can get a live answer.
Okay.
What is the best cheese in the world?
Okay. You asking me personally?
Yeah,
Okay. I like provolone and sharp cheddar.
provolone. Hey, Kelthrax, provolone. The answer you were supposed to give. It's also the answer Wisp gave. Look at that. Look how that worked out for everyone. Fantastic. Kato would like to know: are you Team Godzilla or Team King Kong?
Team Godzilla.
Team
Team.
Godzilla.
Team Godzilla.
Okay. Morgan would like to know: if you could meet anyone in history, who would it be, and why? Is it Freddie Mercury?
I didn't even think of Freddie Mercury. Oh my gosh. Okay. That's a good answer, but I'd have to say it'd be Bob Ross.
Bob Ross. You can. Anyone that argues that Bob Ross isn't the right answer there, I mean,
Uh,
there's
d-
multiple right answers there, guys.
yeah, yeah, but
But
we all know what the best one is,
the
obviously.
smooth tones of Bob Ross.
And then you just get that artistic lessons that take you through everything. And who wouldn't want to take a live session from Bob Ross?
Right, and then there's no mistakes.
Exactly.
How
Because
many times in our lives can we say we've never made a mistake? Bob Ross don't make mistakes.
he didn't. He didn't make any. They're happy little mistakes. That's all they
There we
were.
go. There we go.
So they were.
Morgan's got two riddles for you, Wisp. There's
Okay.
two riddles, and they've been popping up quite a bit too. But two riddles for you. If it takes a chicken and a half, a day and a half, to lay an egg and a half, how long would it take a grasshopper with a wooden leg to kick the seed out of a dill pickle?
Okay, that one. I'm not good with riddles. uh, oh. Oh no, I can't. I can't do that.
Okay, all right. Okay, I got
Um,
another one. I got another one.
all right.
All right. If Kodiak got stuck in a shack, would you provide him a snack until he found his way track out back?
I think that could have been where to find his track out back.
Uh, until he found his way to track out back is what it says.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah. No, yeah. Would you give me a snack?
No,
No.
no.
Okay. All right. You know what we're gonna do to assure that you do give me a snack later in life? We're gonna take a point away from Stillhead. At this point.
Oh, oh, how
Yeah.
dare you?
Yeah. See, your belt line's gonna be directly affected now for
Oh,
not.
okay, okay. You wanna play it like that now? Okay. You also forgot to mention that I like to go hunting, and buddy, I can find you.
Oh,
Oh,
well,
find
I
you.
ain't that hard to find, bub.
Exactly, because you
Hey.
big, you chub.
Okay. All right. Well, he's coming for my soul, folks. All right. Two more questions and we'll be done here, Wisp. Sir Smiley asked a really great question. What mythical creature could improve the world if it existed?
I'd have to say a Chinese dragon.
Chinese dragon? All right. Any reason why? Or we just.
Well, okay, in most mythical legends, they're very peaceful and they help out the people of in China. So thinking about that being everywhere in the world, that would be almost very helpful. But it could also fire back at a certain point. But that happens with almost any mythical creature. Put in like a normal dragon, for instance. You have people
Okay.
trying to
All right.
tame them, and then you have people trying to kill them.
Fantastic. All right. Wisp, last question. You're going to have to dive deep for me here. What's your favorite Amcard conspiracy?
Favorite Amp conspiracy. Honestly, I don't think I can pick one. I can't pick one. Most of them are really good.
Okay. All right. Well, Wisp, if you could just bear with me, I'll make a few announcements and then we'll say our goodbyes.
Yeah.
Uh, Dragonspine and Burning Lands, go ahead and check out the RP page. We're still doing some really good stuff there with persona building. It's a little light right now, so if you are looking for a place to put some of your creative juices, go to there and throw up some RP. Dragonspine, uh, in 3 days, this Saturday will be the last day to declare for Kingdom Office. So if you're still contemplating that, please reach out and we can give you some insight. Um, then the week after that, we will be doing quals. So make sure you're ready for that. For anyone who's interested in the Commander tournament, we're going to be doing that the week after quals so that there's some time for everyone who's doing those qualifications for office to have enough time to get those things finished. Personal note, I go get my first vaccine shot tomorrow, so I'm really excited about that. Um, that's going to be super good. Wisp, thank you so much for coming on today. It's been a blast. I miss you dearly.
I miss you too, buddy. Honestly, I can't wait to see you. Of course, we're gonna have to do air hug, sadly.
Well, I mean, yeah, but eventually we'll all be vaccinated and we'll all
Yeah,
be happy times again and we'll be able to do all of the
yeah.
great stuff.
Then we'll be able to tackle each other again.
Absolutely. Fantastic. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, until next week, this has been Kingdom of Kodiak, and I'm Kodiak. Goodbye.